Check one. Check. Hello, check. Uh-oh. All right, how we doing? What's going on, everybody? Anybody there? All right, so we got a few people coming in. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I'm having some technical difficulties. Hit me in the chat on the right side if you can hear me. All right. So part of what I'm going to actually do today is actually answer a couple questions that I picked up from YouTube, also from Facebook, and a couple of little areas in order to actually fill the time. So anyway, feel free to put any questions on the right side. I'll be able to read those. I am by myself, and I'm in my messy office. I wanted to be in my messy shop, but like I said, technical difficulty. But we're going to work through it and make sure it'll be better for next time. And apparently I'll get better mics next time as well. Because, the mics are not great apparently. Or I'm just doing something wrong. I don't know. We'll find out. So anyway, one big question, actually top question. What did I do with my foot? Well, I ruptured my Achilles. Playing some basketball, fell a shot. I was going to go to the rim, and stepped off my left foot, and it went pop, and it completely broke in two. So I did have surgery on it. I'm going to be in a cast for another week and a half, and then we're going to be doing boot, and then about 6 months of rehab. But I still should be able to send out some videos. I don't think I'll be doing any big elaborate type of projects until that actually comes back around. So anyway, question number 2. When am I going to do a video on the P.O. Box? So we did set up a P.O. Box. If you want to send anything to the channel, you can do it. P.O. Box 821, Holly Springs, North Carolina, 27540. Okay. Anyway, I'll put it down in the comments or down in the description of this thing. And hopefully, if you want to send something, bring it on in. I do have a couple of packages, so that video hopefully should be coming out very soon. We'll kind of go from there. Anyway, let's see. Question number 3. Why do I show all the love to the main channel rather than the sister channel, Five Lakes ODL, which is our outdoor living channel? Well, I do have some video that we can actually show with the other channel. We got some fishing stuff. I just took a bunch of different trips that I went fishing, and just kind of I'll piecemeal some stuff together. So I'll be wearing multiple different shirts, different weather, that type of thing, because it's going to be on multiple trips. It is very much a pain in the butt to actually go out and film fishing. So actually, I did pick up a new camera. This guy right here, and it does have a setting in there, pretty much for fishing, where it'll kind of break off the tail end. It would keep recording until I hit the button, and then it'll record 30 seconds prior. So I should be able to get the entire fight of the fish. I hope. If it works out okay. It's not all the time I can bring my camera crew with me when we go out on the boat. Let's see. Oh, well, once my leg gets better, we will be doing some more camping. So we'll have some of those as well. And if you guys can hear me, go ahead and hit the something on the chat just so I can make sure I'm being heard. Let's see. All right, springtime is when you pull lawn equipment out and get them prepped for the season. What are some of the things that you do right off the bat every year to get them ready? Okay, good question. Good question. Well, it all depends on, did you prep it before the season started, or are you just going to keep going the way it is and just store it? Okay. Well, let's just say you did prep it. So you put the stabilizer in the fuel, you use non-ethanol fuel, and basically had everything greased up. All right, so I'll pull it back out. I'll blow out all the air cleaner, air filters. Just make sure it's just blow the whole thing off. Get all the dirt off of it. It is an air-cooled engine most of the time, and so you kind of want to keep it clean. The cleaner you get it, the better it will be. Let's see. Charge your battery all the way up. Check the tire pressure. Grease everything. If it has a grease fitting in there, grease it. Let's say you did not prep it. Well, you're going to do everything you did that you would do if you did prep it, but drain the gas. That's the first thing you do. Just drain it. The ethanol gas that they have out there right now is very corrosive. It will corrode a lot of stuff within the machine itself. So the ethanol free gas is actually out there quite a few places. I think Circle K is a good one to go to, but if you just Google it up, non-ethanol gas in my area, it'll give you all the names. So just go ahead and use that. And also put a little bit of seat foam in there, and that'll clean out the injectors and stuff in the car. There you go. And then you should be ready to go for the entire season. Let's see, number 5. We missed the cooking videos. When are you going to start making more? Very soon, I hope. I do cook quite a bit. I do enjoy it. I do love it. And I got some other recipes that we've tried, and it should come out to be something pretty good, I hope. All right. Let's see. All right. Can't listen to myself. Yeah. Let's see here. Number 6. Why do we keep seeing the taco around if you see so many flaws in it? That's a touchy subject. There's a lot of people out there that get very upset if you talk anything bad about their Tacoma. Well, I have a feeling it's a pretty simple thing. I love the way that looks. I mean, the looks on the Tacoma is spot on. They are great. I think that we can fix a lot of the issues that Toyota put in there to begin with. Get rid of a lot of the nannies. They are quite annoying. You want to get rid of those. And then, and also, it's the only manual that's out there. It's either I can get like a Colorado or something like that, but I'll have to do a manual conversion. I really love my manuals. I really want to keep my manuals, so we will just keep with them. Unfortunately, right now, the only thing I can drive would be the Wagoneer because my leg is messed up and I can't push the clutch. I should be able to push the clutch, but the boot is so big and my cast is so big, I'm pushing the brake and the clutch at the same time, which is not great. Um, but I think there's a lot of things that with the Tacoma that we can fix. And we'll do videos on and make sure we are good to go. We're going to re-gear it. Going to put sound deadening in there because it is ridiculously loud. And with the price point of these trucks, I don't see why they don't do that. Whatever, we'll fix it. Let's see. Oh, what's next for the Mazda? Well, the good news is the paperwork's almost ready. I got reinsurances from the gentleman that we bought it from that things are going at least moving in the right direction and that we will be able to get the title and stuff like that. Kind of put it off because I didn't want to put that much more money into it if we didn't have the correct paperwork. So hopefully that'll be back in there. We need to do a transmission swap with it. We're going to start doing the paint and some of the cosmetics and make that look nice and pretty. I did get Ray a airbrush kit, so hopefully she'll start practicing with that and then starting with her graphics across the side. That's really pretty cool. I might just do like a time lapse of some of the stuff that she's actually doing it. It's really pretty cool. We also need to do paint and tires. Let's see. All right, another question here is when are you going to start selling shirts and hats? Well, say what? If you guys want to have some shirts and hats and stuff, you let me know. I mean, I have this one here. I tried it out. I've been trying a couple of different companies to see whether or not I like the quality of the shirt, quality of the print, that type of thing. And a couple of them I really didn't like. The thing was crooked. I don't want to sell some crappy stuff. So I did find some other companies that are out there that will take care of the printing and the logo, the storefront, the money, and everything like that. It's good commission, and we just call it a day. A lot of people are actually doing it that way. I want to test them out to see if they're actually any good. And because I really don't want you guys to go ahead and get something that is going to be crap. So hopefully soon. Well, I got Ray. She's a fantastic artist. I'm going to try to get her to draw up some designs and try to get something out there. I do like my hat that I had before. I got my Canes hat on right now, even though they lost today badly to the New Jersey Devils, but it should be fine. We'll get something. Yeah. Too many computers, too many folks. All right, let's see. Okay, well, here's a good one. What are the 5 things? What are the 5 things you did on video that you would like to redo? Basically, my mistakes. Well, there was a few of them there. I want to rework the shed doors in the back. They came out okay. They came out great. They're kind of warping just a little bit, so I kind of want to restructure and make sure that they are a little bit stronger. I used the wrong hinges. It ripped right off the wall, and during the storm, had to mend that up. So yeah, I kind of wanted to redo that. The rest of it came out great. It's just the doors that annoy me. And I kind of made them a little bit too heavy, so now the hinge, redo the door. Let's see. I want to redo the video on the bearings of the EMC 20. I looked back at it, and apparently I put the cup in backwards. Yeah, uh, my bad. I do want to go ahead and fix that and kind of redo that one as well. Let's see. I want to do more detail in mending the nail gun. I've had a lot of comments on those where I kind of blew through it a little bit, and if I remember it, yeah, it's I want to redo that one. That one really wasn't one that I planned on being popular. It was just kind of like a filler, I guess. But people seem to like it, and I kind of need to redo that. Let's see here. Okay, there was one video about doing my steel chainsaw. It started peeing gas all over me, and the vent. So I blew it all apart, replaced the vent, put it all back together. I didn't really need to take it apart as much as I did, but I wanted to be able to show it on camera and also clean everything out and actually get to it, not trying to. Anyway, we're going to redo that one because when I was trying to edit it, I'm just close to not even putting it out because I never wiped off the lens. The lens was disgusting, and I feel like I'm a little bit more professional now, even though you can't tell this from this live thing here. But yeah, I definitely want to do that. The last one that I'll kind of mention, I do want to put the 727 transmission back together. It never really worked after I put it back together. That's why I didn't really post any of those videos. I did something wrong. I was able to get down the street, but it didn't have the punch, didn't have the pressure or anything like that. I did send it off to, I think it was like Monster Transmission, had them do it just because I didn't have time. I really wanted to get this thing back on the road. So I do have another 727 that's in the shop. I kind of want to go ahead and redo that one and show, what to do, what not to do, and that type of thing. And hopefully learn it and do it better. Anyway, next question here I have is, okay, what cars do you regret selling? I have a few. Top one, my 2004 BMW 545i. It was only 2 years that they made that. It's got 4.5 liter, rear wheel drive, had like almost 12 inches of meat on the back per tire. It was beautiful. I loved it. Drove beautiful until it didn't. Had a lot of electrical problems. All of the wiring needed to be redone. I was slowly putting it all back together, and then I finally threw my towel on top of it. I'm done. I'm tired of taking this engine out every time there's a problem. Because I bought the books, and it said, all right, step one, pull engine. Holy crap, you got to pull the engine out of everything. So yeah, I learned a lot on that one. I kind of wish I still had that one. And another year from now, I wouldn't even have to worry about emissions. I could have just left the check engine light stay on and just drive, and keep working on it. Still kicking my butt for that one. Another one was my 2004 Runner. It was a 5-speed SR5. Loved that thing. I kind of really wanted to build it up into a little bit more off-road. I didn't mind the 3.4 liter that was in there. It didn't have a lot of power, but it had it where it needed it. Unlike my Tacoma, got power, but at like 6,000 RPM. Who needs that, especially when you have a manual? The other one, kind of a tricky one here. I kind of wish I still had my 2006 Honda Odyssey, to be honest with you. I had some plans for that thing, and I kind of really wanted to pull that 3.5 liter out of that, put like an LS3, and make it rear-wheel drive. I've seen it done a couple of times on Siennas, and I really wanted to do it with this. The interior was fantastic. It drove great, no issues. Just wanted to have fun with it. So yeah, kind of wish I still had. But hopefully the new owner and family are enjoying it as much as we did. They ran great, loved it. All right, I'll keep going on here. We're getting about 20 minutes here, and let's see what was what are some of my regrets on purchasing. Now this would be a large item. I'm assuming that's what they really want to know. And I have 3 top ones. One is my 2005 GMC Envoy. That thing was a POS, piece of garbage. It rode fantastic. It was very luxurious, whatever. But the 10 miles per gallon sucked. Um, Towing a boat with it, it didn't really. I thought my Forerunner towed it better um, on the open highway. I just we hated that thing. It was such a money pit. That one, the dealership couldn't fix the squeaky belts. They replaced the entire front section of the thing, and it still had squeaky belts. They ended up starting putting baby powder on it, so watch out. Let's see, what was the other one? Oh, yeah. Another regret that I have, I guess, buyer's remorse would be my brand new giant mountain bike. Spent a lot of money on that thing, a lot more than I wanted to. I wanted full suspension, but I'd still much rather ride my hardtail. And well, I can't ride anything right now with my leg all messed up. But I do think the hardtail was actually better. So yeah, that was the other one. The other one I'm kind of tossing up back and forth, and that was on the Mazda, the Mazda 3 that we're working on right now. It does need a lot of mechanical work on it. It runs great now, except for third gear, but we'll still work on that. But I probably could have gotten one that was in a little bit better shape. Maybe I didn't have to do the transmission. The rest of the stuff I was going to do anyway. But anyway, that's kind of a toss up. So that kind of leads into the next question that somebody asked was, what was the best score on large purchases? Like, what are like the big things that I picked up that I loved the most? Actually, I'm going to do all the way to the bottom, and then we'll work my way up. The bottom, top five. Bottom was my plasma cutter. That was a Christmas present 2 years ago. Loved that thing. Oh my gosh, I love that thing. Totally awesome. It's just a bargain basement one, but it still works great. Uh, the other one would be my compressor. I have an 80-gallon. It's a Craftsman, but it goes all the way up to 175 psi. It just works great. It's got plenty of compression, not compression, but capacity, and it also fills faster than I can drain it while using the yeah, sandblock. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, really love that thing. It's going on almost 20 years old now, so I might need to start thinking about replacing that thing. The other one would be my welder. Welder is awesome. I love this thing. I have welded so many things with it. I do wish it was a little bit bigger right now, just because I'm starting to get into a little bit more framework, a lot more cage and stuff like that, which a 220 would be a lot better. I'll probably be looking in that pretty soon. So Lincoln, if you're listening, let's go. Send it to the field box, and I'll be glad to do some videos. All right, number two slot would be my Toyota 4Runner. Like I said, I love that thing. Just drove it to the wheels fell off almost. But I did get rid of it to get the Envoy big. But and then number one turned out to be my 1976 Aquasport. It's blue, but you know, once I actually massaged the engine, it worked great. It worked. It just works. It floats. It does need a few more things that we need to do with it, as far as sealing up the live well. We got some other cosmetic stuff we wanted to do to it. A few accessories. We're gonna do the bimini. We're gonna do the rod holder and stuff like that. But it just works, and it's not so big that I can't get into. If I had like a really big boat and I really loved it, it's really expensive, I'm not going to take into some of the coves that I'm taking this thing. So it's only 17 feet. I can actually spin around and get back out. Some of the bigger boats, it's just not it's not as maneuverable. But I can't take any waves, so I got to stay in the calm water. Only because it is what it is. But yeah, Aquasport, we love it. We love it. We love it. Maybe one day I will upgrade it. So, anyway, let's see here. Got one more question here. Let's see. All right. Actually, I do know who this one came from. This actually came from my uncle. What's up, Uncle? Hopefully you're going to watch this. See, he asked how to measure DC amps And why are AC and DC fuses different? Well, I knew part of the answer, but I did look it up a little bit. Um, so like I said in a couple of other videos, my dad was an electrician. He was in the Navy. Um, obviously, his electricity is a little bit different, than here. There was really high voltage and all that stuff, but the basics are the same. Now, for the AC amps, to measure AC if you look at the Christmas light video, I showed you how to use a clamp-on ammeter. So what that's doing is actually measuring the magnetic field going through the wire, and then it calculates it down into the amp. Now on a DC, it's a direct current. It doesn't form the magnetic field and some of that what the clamp-on ammeter will go to. So you have to have it in series. So you have to take part of the either negative or positive, no matter what. There's always through. Pull one of those sides off, put the meter in between. Now you can't put a heavy load on there unless you have a really good multimeter. But then you can actually measure amps. So you measure voltage just by pressing on the leads. You do amps because you got to put it in. There are a couple of different ones out there. I have a digital one. I've seen a couple of people online. These are really old, like Montgomery Ward analog ones that. Oh, I gotta find one. That's awesome. And the other part of the question was, what's the difference between AC and DC fuses? Well, most of the time in the shop, I'm dealing with DC fuses, and that's the most of that. So the trick here is that in DC, which is direct current, a lot of plasma will actually transfer into the lead. So if you look at a DC fuse, the area that is actually the fuse part is actually bigger than on a AC line or AC tube. Because when an AC wave goes up and comes back down, it creates the plasma and then it cleans it up. Creates the plasma. If you had a TIG machine, TIG welder, it will clean up aluminum as it goes up and down. You can set it. Hopefully I'll get a TIG machine on there and learn a whole lot more about it. So anyway, so that's basically the rough and skinny of it. I did have to look it up a little bit, but if I got it wrong, please let me know. Put it in the comments. Let me know what I did. But anyway, so yeah, AC/DC, love it. So anyway, if you have any other questions that you guys want to ask, just hit me on the on a comment of whatever video. I do try to read all of them. I do try to answer all of them. There's a couple of them in there that I really zero clue. I think the translator, I just don't understand what they're asking. So either I'll ask, like, could you rephrase it, or I just, bypass it if I've already answered it in some other way. All right, so we're coming up on 30 minutes. It's probably long enough. If you have any other questions, like I said, just hit it in there. If you want to send anything to the channel, see if I can get my. No. Sorry about that. I did have it up, but I can't put it down. There it is. Okay. So I should memorize this. It is P.O. Box 821, Holly Springs, North Carolina 27540 in the U.S. of A. So if you want to send something over there, I do check it quite a bit, and I'll do a video. Anyway, you guys have fun. I'm gonna go down and get something to eat. I'm getting my foot up because the swelling is getting a little uncomfortable. Anyway, have fun. Get out there and get in the shop. Don't let a little bit of injury hold you back. I've been around way too many people from the American Legion post that are way worse off than I am. I mean, this is going to heal. I have a couple of them, like Mr. Cookie, and a couple other veterans that are in there. It's not going to heal because it's not there. So use them as inspiration. It's not going to hold them back. It hasn't held them back. Get out there, give them a hand if you can. They're probably going to say no, because they can do it themselves. But I salute all you guys and girls for everything you guys do. Have fun, enjoy, and I'll catch you guys later. And maybe I'll clean this up.